What's up guys, another Vlogmas video here for you, and today I'm going to be discussing all of the home decor trends for 2023 that I am super excited about. So let's just jump right into it. The first trend that I want to talk about is this idea of moving away from cool tones, which is a funny thing for me to be talking about as I sit here in a blue cool toned room, but moving away from cool tones and moving more into warmer tones. So you're going to see, instead of a space's go-to neutral tone being a gray, you're going to see us continue to move towards those tans and beiges and warmer tones and undertones, so that the neutral palette is a little bit warmer. I am personally pretty excited about this. I love the way it's still neutral, but it's warm. I want to say I'm very opposed to and against the idea of going back to like 2004 Tuscan gold walls. I had those in my house growing up and I hated them then and I hate them now. So that's going to be a no for me, but I do really like the warmer white tones, not necessarily leaning towards grays. I don't dislike gray. I just might be like a little bit over it at this point. So I'm excited about that trend. Another trend that is continuing and has been going on, but I think is going to continue to be a little bit more mainstream. And by the way, when I'm talking about trends, it doesn't mean that it didn't exist before and it's not like timeless in some ways. It just means that it's going to get a little bit more mainstream. So the one that I want to talk about next is this idea of wallpaper. And that is why I love peel and stick wallpaper, because it's not permanent. I'm currently sitting here and I'm looking at my sort of like entryway to my dressing room, which is wallpapered. I did that myself. I just wallpapered my guest room. My sister-in-law's office is wallpapered, and so is my nephew's nursery. And those are all peel and stick, so we can take them down if we kind of like get over that trend. But it's not by any means not durable. You know, it can be there for years and years, just like a normal wallpaper. It's just not hard to take down. So I love a wallpaper. It gives you the opportunity to do either an accent wall or an entire room and have a great print. So I definitely recommend trying out, whether it's a small space, you could do just like a closet or a water closet, or like I have that small sort of like dressing room area, or you can do an accent wall like I did in my guest room with a peel and stick wallpaper. I actually have an entire Amazon board in my shop of all the peel and stick wallpapers that I love. So I can actually link that directly down below. So if you guys are interested in checking out my suggested wallpapers and the ones that I've used in my house, those will be linked down in the description below. The next trend that I want to talk about is this idea of using various types of molding in your rooms. This was around maybe the last 1 or 2 years, but I see it continuing to go strong next year. So whether that is picture molding on your wall, or doing various types of crown molding, or even molding details around light fixtures, I think that's going to continue to be huge, because it just adds a touch of elegance and it feels very Parisian, which is definitely simultaneously on trend, but also timeless. You're never going to walk into a space that feels Parisian and be like, ugh, this is so outdated, I hate it. It just is going to feel a little bit more classic, but these classic things are going to feel trendy in the next year. So it's kind of like this fun time that we're in that's both classic and trendy. I'm actually thinking, I'll show you guys, this is a ceiling medallion that I'm planning on doing in my bedroom. I tried it before unsuccessfully, so I'm going to try it again. This is the one that I'm thinking about getting from Amazon. It's about $25, and I'd love to share that project with you next year in 2023. But I think that that's a really nice way to add interest to a room. It's somewhat inexpensive to do, and I love wall molding. I just haven't gotten brave enough to do it myself. One, because of the size of the project, and also it's inexpensive, but it's not inexpensive. You know, it'd be like $300-400 to do a room, maybe $500-600, but it's definitely beautiful and it's something that I would like to try. So if you guys want to see me do some molding projects next year, please let me know down in the description below, because it's something I've always wanted to try, but maybe if you guys bully me into it, I would be more likely to do it. So that is another trend that I see ongoing. Really funny and like kind of perfect timing is green, kind of like my headband. What do you guys think of this crazy headband? I got this on Amazon. If you like, I can link it also down in the description below. But green is totally on trend. Now, it is very convenient for me, and I definitely like the idea that green is on trend because green happens to be the accent color in my house from before we bought it. So our kitchen backsplash, my bathroom tile, those sorts of things are already green. So it's definitely convenient for me that green is trending, but I love green. I have green eyes, which you oftentimes do not see because of my glasses. And I think that that is a great color. I think that it's really fun. If you guys watch Tara Michelle, she just did her bedroom all neutrals and then she has like a green throw. So I think green is like a great, not so poppy pop, and it feels very natural because of plants, and it doesn't feel like, you know, it's try hard color, which maybe my walls do. Maybe next year I'll paint my room. I don't know. I love this blue room, but I could totally see myself living in a different color room as well. So I don't know, just food for thought with that. I kind of want to do it, but I kind of don't. I love it, but anyways. So yeah, green is definitely a trend in colors. I'd love to hear what you guys think of green. Do you think that that is a good color? Do you think it's trendy, etc.? So what are some of the other trends that I wanted to talk about with you guys? We're definitely seeing a lot more of this like cottage core country type of look. So a lot more floral patterns, a lot more of like this, I don't know, like homey, earthy, reminds me of the movie The Holiday, just with like cozy cottage cabiny feels. And I know obviously in, you know, Chicago in the winter that gives us all the good feels, especially right before Christmas as we are here with Vlogmas. But I do see that continuing to be a trend, actually even more so. That's something that hasn't caught on as much as maybe wallpaper and warmer tones, but I do think we're going a little bit more into this like cottagey, florally kind of look. It's a little bit maximalist. It's a little bit cottage core. It's definitely a lot more traditional. Now, I know that in my conversations with my friends, I have made fun of or just noticed that some influencers or content creators who move to the suburbs and get houses tend to go for this more traditional floral look. And it's like, oh, girl, get a life. Like, be modern and city girls like us. And now here I am in the suburbs with a house with my traditional florals and thinking that it's absolutely fabulous. So hopefully that's not just, you know, the suburbs taking over, and that I'm actually a little bit on point here of the way that aesthetics are going. But there's a ton of like floral pillows and prints and things like that on Etsy that I absolutely love. And I do see those being such a trend, but it's really so yes, it's a trend, but florals are not a trend. Florals always exist. However, I will say this is not something that like you buy the floral pillow on Etsy. It's not going to look great in your house in 10 years. We're probably going to be onto a newer, cleaner look. So yes, that's going to look old in 10 years. I don't think moldings are going to look old in 10 years. I don't think the color green is going to look old in 10 years, but something like a floral pattern definitely will. Yes or no, potentially, depending on the peel and stick wallpaper, those could look a little bit dated in the next 10 years. And then the other thing I'll say, and I don't personally ever think this was out, I just think people were afraid of it, is going bolder and darker with the colors of rooms. I think people are less afraid to paint a wall black or navy or dark green, painting ceilings, going into these sort of like adventurous spaces with darker spaces, especially with molding. It's definitely moody and romantic, and I love that. I would actually love to paint my bar in this house, which I don't think you guys have seen, black, and do some vintage glass with the word is escaping me right now, but the vintage glass mirrors. I think that would just be really, really beautiful. Mercury glass. So like the vintage glass mercury mirrors in that bar, I think is so beautiful. But that being said, I've seen clients whose houses have these beautiful dark bars, and it's just really a vibe and it's moody. So I definitely suggest, if you're interested in that, try it. Try it in a small space if you're nervous. Feel adventurous. Try to paint a ceiling. So yeah, so those are the trends in terms of interior design for 2023 that I'm excited about. I'm happy to talk more about different trends. I'm happy to talk about trends that I don't like. If you guys want to know, leave me a comment down in the description below, or not, don't leave, no, just leave me a comment down below, not in the description. I'd be happy to talk about those trends. I'd also be happy to talk about more trends that are upcoming. These are just, you know, what's at the top of my head as I'm sitting here in December of 2022, looking into 2023, seeing the home decor trends that I'm interested in. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I hope you did. Please give it a thumbs up and do not hesitate to subscribe to my channel as well. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.